Hello from wonderful Las Terrenas, Dominican Republic. Today we're going to talk a little bit about clauses. We have essentially two types of clauses, independent and dependent. And an independent clause is what it sounds like. It is a clause that can live by itself. A dependent clause is one that cannot. It depends on something else. So a definition of the word clause is any group of words with a subject and a verb and a main idea or a coherent thought. So, in your history as a student, what you call sentences are generally some type of clauses. If I have a basic sentence, I like the beach, that is an independent clause. It is also a sentence. Okay. So, one of the mistakes that we make with this is with commas. And so, I'm going to show you a little silly way to remember this today. So, first, let's go over some examples. Okay, so at the top there, you see a blurb in red where it says Abby saw a woo-woo. You can Google this and find a list of these words, but essentially it is an acronym to remember all of these words: after, before, because, instead, since, whenever, and there are probably 20 of these words in total. All of these words start an independent or a dependent clause. You can't say something like after I went to the bowling alley. You are, if you say that to somebody, they are waiting for the second part. That word after or before or whatever it is signifies that there has to be two clauses. So again, I might say after I went to the bowling alley, comma, I went home for pizza. The reverse of that is also true. I went home for pizza after I went to the bowling alley. The issue is that one of them does not have a comma and one does. So I'm going to give you a really silly metaphor in order to remember this. So imagine you see a mama duck walking down the sidewalk. If she has her babies with her, they are behind her. They are in the normal order. The mama duck is independent. The baby ducks are dependent. And so if they are in order, everything's nice, it's a beautiful morning in Las Terrenas, and they are correctly in order, there is no punctuation. This would be a sentence like the one I gave you before. After no, I went home for pizza after I went to the bowling alley. Those are two clauses, independent and dependent. That is the correct order. Therefore, there is no comma. If a cat jumps out of the bushes and scares the ducks and they scatter, you now might have some baby ducks in front of the mama duck, meaning you would have the dependent ducks in front of the independent duck. In that case, and there's nothing wrong with this, in fact, it's a good way to frame your sentences, you need punctuation. So you would say something like, after I went to the bowling alley, comma, I went home for pizza. Notice there's kind of a natural pause after that dependent clause. Before I got up this morning, comma, I had a bad dream. So again, to share my screen, you have some examples here. I love my cat because it comforts me at night. This is how we might label that sentence with independent, dependent, and there is no comma because the big duck, aka the independent, oops, sorry, the independent clause is in front. Okay. If I switch it and I have the dependent clause in front, because my cat comforts me at night, comma, I love it. D, comma, I, baby ducks in front of mama, therefore I need a comma. Okay, I hope this helps. This is a real easy mistake to make, but on both ends where you put the comma in the wrong place or you don't add the comma where you need it. So hopefully this video helps a little bit with that.